Hey, beautiful people in the world of YouTube. It's your hot mess of a creator or whatever you want to call me, Lena. I started watching Peter Monn's return to YouTube video today. I watched part of it and I couldn't watch the full thing. And I had to make a response video. Now, this is not a negative response to this video. I felt compelled to make a response video before finishing his whole video. I am very happy he's back. The sadness in his eyes is overwhelming. People need to realize that this man had a seizure, and that is a neurological disorder. He didn't know he was going to have one. He didn't intend to harm other people or get behind the wheel of a car and say, hey, I'm going to harm other people. So for those human beings saying vile things to Peter Monn, you put negative things out there in the world, you know, karma is a real thing. Shame on you, first of all. I relate so much to him in certain ways. Now, I haven't been in a car accident, and this is my story. I don't have epilepsy, but I have gray matter heterotopia, and it's very rare or not very spoken about. Gray matter heterotopia is, from what is explained to me by my doctor, my neurologist, it's part of it. Excuse me, neurologist. Excuse me. It's kind of like brain damage in a way where it's like in utero damage to the fetus. And it is, from what I'm told, it's like inherited, but I don't know, because when I researched it, I didn't see much of it. It was told to me that it's inherited, but it's most prone to women, but men can get it. But it's not epilepsy. It's not epilepsy. But when a fetus is being, you know, womb, you're all cozy, and the amniotic fluid, and you know, your brain is being created and the cells are going everywhere where they need to. Well, certain cells don't go where they need to go. So some people have problems in childhood all throughout their lives and have seizures and have other neurological issues and throughout their whole life. And other people like me have issues in adulthood. They start having, I had my first grand mal seizure, where it's like where you completely black out, go unconscious, the whole works, in my 30s. That was my first grand mal seizures. My first one. My only one. But, you know, I have like episodes where, like, for example, in my sleep, I will, like joke in my sleep. Like I will just joke in my sleep. And there is not just one type of seizure. Like, I've done my research. There's different types of seizures that you can have. And I saw, like, in Peter Monn's video where some of his were when he would daze and black out and then come back, and they're like, you didn't realize, like he would like daze out and come back. And I'm not an expert in seizures, but it seems like he had a grand mal seizure while he was driving, and then it caused the accident, and it caused a fatality. It cost him a lot of injuries. It cost other people injuries. I'm glad he's okay. Peace and blessings to the person that passed away. And hope that the person that has injuries, the other person, recovers okay. But that's no one's fault. People, the keyboard warriors need to realize that when it comes to, that's my cat trying to eat a little, ma'am, I'm making a video here. When it comes to seizure medications, they serve multiple purposes. Like, for example, my medication serves as a bipolar medicine and other things. Like, most seizure medicine serves multiple things. Like, for the ones that I'm taking, I don't know. I don't know what his medicine was, but most medicines serve different things. But what people need to realize that, for example, Peter Monn was on his medicine for a long period of time. I don't care who you are and what ailment you have. This is my belief, and you can disagree with me. If you are on X medicine for X amount of years, your body will learn to metabolize it. And after a while, your body will be like, and I know this medicine, you have taken it for so long, we're not going to respond to it anymore. And I really think that's what happened in his case. He was taking this medicine for so long that his body stopped reacting to it. And that happens to everyone. Think about people who are suffering from chronic pain, like me, for example, and the millions of people that suffer from chronic pain that turn to drug abuse. You start them with pain medicine, and then you got to up the dosage because their body stops communicating with the pain med because they need more and more and more. So they turn to other avenues because they need more. Or they get the medicine and they run out of it so fast because they need more of it because their body metabolizes it so fast because nobody gets used to it so fast. And in my opinion, again, I am no expert. I think Peter Monn's body was so used to taking this medicine, because I believe he was taking his medicine for like 10, 15 years. His body was like, I'm used to this medicine. And his body just shut down. He had a grand mal seizure. Unfortunately, he was behind the wheel of a car. And he took his medicine like he was supposed to, like he always did. He was diligent about taking his medicine. It wasn't his fault. So for anyone who said this was his fault, you are wrong. He did what he was supposed to. He took his medicine and he had a grand mal seizure, and this accident unfortunately happened. This is not this man's fault. I drive every day and I pray every day, Lord God, if I have another grand mal seizure, please don't let it be behind the wheel of a car. I say that prayer every day I get behind the wheel of my car, because I suffer from chronic pain and I know how medications work. I know that medicines, after a while, your body gets used to them. Your body's gonna do what your body's gonna do. But to blame on Peter Monn is not fair. It's not fair. It's not. It's absolutely not fair. I see the family's pain where they lost a loved one, but I also see his. Because I have a migraine disorder as well as a seizure disorder. But it's not due to epilepsy. It's because of something that I was born with. And I take medicine for the rest of my life. I understand him, and I also understand the family. It's easy for anyone to say, get over it. Get over the death. It's an accident. No. And you can't say that, because he's a very empathetic soul. And that's why I'm the same way, because when you see the video, you see the sadness in his eyes, and I had to stop because I was about to break down and cry. And I'm like, only he can forgive. He is gonna beat himself up for that death. That was not his fault for the rest of his life. There's nothing you can say to him that's worse than what he's saying to himself in here. So I implore you, to whoever you are, to not, I'm not saying to kiss his butt. I'm just saying if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But if this was an accident, and unfortunately a life was lost. And to Peter Monn, if you ever come across my video, I wish you healing, I wish you love, and I wish you healing. And hopefully someday you can learn to forgive yourself, because I know you're beating yourself up for what happened. But this was not your fault. You have a neurological disorder like I have. It may be epilepsy. I have gray matter heterotopia, but I can relate. And it's not like you were not taking your medicine. You took your medicine diligently, and you didn't think anything was going to happen. You were going to go somewhere. You took your medicine, and you were going to go to point A to point B, and nothing was going to happen. You didn't know your body was so used to taking this medicine that your body was going to reject the medicine and say, you know what? I'm going to have a grand mal seizure and cause an accident while you're behind the wheel. You did not know that. You could have never predicted that. And for anyone to hold that against you, I'm sorry, that's vile. That's vile. That is vile. And I wish you healing. And from someone that deals with the issues that come with, I don't know the side effects, because I know with epilepsy, it has underlying issues like with gray matter, heterotopia, you know, you have the migraine disorders. I have that. I also have the stuttering. I stutter a lot. I also have the outbursts of anger at times. But the stuttering is what bothers me the most, because when you're talking to someone, or you're training someone, or in a group of people, or you're trying to do or in a conference or whatnot, my cats are jumping on the wall looking like they're parkour elitist, whatever you want to call it. You look like you're dumb, and no, I feel like I'm dumb, or like I'm subpar, or and then trying to explain to them well, I have brain damage. You have brain damage. You have brain damage. And that's the only way I can explain it to them, to where it makes sense. Like, hey, I'm stuttering, or I get stuck talking to them, or I have really bad memory issues. And the only best way you can explain it to them is because I have brain damage. And that's the only best way you can explain it to them. But really, it's not brain damage, it's a neurological disorder. But that's the only way people can understand what is going on with you. But I just wanted to put this video out. Whether Peter Monn gets across to it or not, you know, it's okay. But I just wanted to put this out there, because my heart hurts for him. My heart really hurts for him. Please be kind, people. Please be kind. You don't know what that man is going through, and the pain his heart is going through, when you're gonna say some vile shit to him. Please think about it, because you never know if you're gonna go through something like that in the future in your life. Please be kind.